how easy is the average everyday public golf course to a pro golfer?
Well, turns out it's not that easy. So today, I brought my caddy.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Today, I'll be attempting to break the course record at Southern Oaks Golf Course in a single try. But this time, I've brought in my very own caddy to help me out.
The difference is you.
But they fought with expert time.
Oh my gosh, that was 390. Holy.
Yes.
We're starting this year off fresh with a brand new season of course record. I'll have 6 chances to break as many course records as I possibly can.
It's not like, oh, you know, we're just playing a fun round. No, I'm trying to break a course record here. Every single shot matters just that much.
Yeah.
Do it!
Good fight.
Let's go, baby.
The series is simple. I get 1 chance to shoot my best round at each course. Every record tied or broken gets me 1 step closer to my season-long goal of holding 3 course records. Welcome back to the Course Record Series.
Yeah, today we're going to be starting on the back 9.
Back 9 first,
Back 9 first, not the front 9.
front 9 last.
Yes. And actually is a good thing because in the last hole, the 9th hole is a par 5. And on 18, it's actually a par 4, long par 4. The last 3 holes in this.
You're saying
course
you're going to
currently is
par the 9th hole to shoot 61?
No.
That's what I did there?
No.
No.
How are you, my man? Everything good?
Welcome to Southern Oaks.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me out here. What is the course record?
63.
63. And who shot it?
There's a rumor it was Tom Hoagie.
Oh, Tom.
So we need
Oh,
to settle
boy.
this once
Yeah.
and for all, so
All
we
right.
don't have to say there's rumors anymore. We know for sure.
And we can put a
who
scorecard up
has
there.
The course record.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you for having me out here.
Thanks
I
for
really
being here.
appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Heard this golf course is in good shape, so looking forward to the day. Thank
Get 'em
you.
good.
Yes, sir.
63. It's doable.
63 is good. Yeah. That's right. It's
That's
possible.
doable.
It is
It's doable.
totally
We got
possible.
Jeebs.
That's a new one.
That's a good one.
That's actually pretty solid. No, 63. The Ducks are already laughing at me. Let's go. All right. Well, Jibo, what do you think the hole is?
Is this a...
Par 4, 446 yards. Looks pretty straight. Looks like there's no real trouble.
It looks like a nice little hole for your draw. Kind of just bank it into that left to right slope.
Yeah, just throw it out to the right.
Yeah.
Draw it back in there. 62. Here we come.
Wow. That's nice.
Take that. It's 180. Yeah, I can swing that more out to the right too, I feel like. So what are you gonna do differently today than you normally would at a live event or major?
You're talking about like prep?
Yeah.
I've done 0 prep today. What I'd say in Dumb and Dumber, get a little nipply over the pass out here.
You know, that's the thing. Jibo's so good for just keeping it easy and calm when things get a little rough. We just hang out and have a good time.
It's fair to say we're very much opposite people.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff that I would prefer to have of your, like, I love your intensity and your passion and stuff. There's times where I'm like, why can't I get myself up for this moment or whatever? But there's a good balance there.
Squirrel.
Just veer to the right. Dude, that ended up in the rough.
Thing went forever too. Holy crap.
All
right.
like bull.
Goes forever. That was 340.
Nice. Look at you, man.
Okay, what do we got, Jibo?
96.
96. A little downwind,
Downwind.
just a little bit. Play
So,
like a,
in these situations, you got to just kind of feel it out as the first couple holes are pretty important.
Yeah.
Huh? What do you have? Do you have a 60?
yeah, I don't think it's a 60. I think it's a 55, kind of running it up.
Makes sense. If it was like a flat lie, it'd probably be a 60, but it's
Yeah.
kind of a weird.
Uphill sloping, awkward little.
It's too bad your wedges aren't a little longer than normal, or else this would be a little easier shot.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go just under 10 o'clock here.
I think it's pretty solid. Nice shot.
Good chance for birdie there.
Yeah.
Let's go knock that sucker in.
Can it handle just jiggling
yeah,
around?
no, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect.
Sheesh. I think I should have drove.
What?
Yeah.
No. Well, that wasn't too bad of a wedge shot, Jibo.
Yeah. Not a bad start.
Oh, this is so nice having you here, Jibo.
Can you do me a favor and zoom in on his ball marker right now?
Oh, sorry.
Is that what happens when
I don't have anything.
when I leave for 2 months? You run out of coins.
He's going right to left. Straight putts over here.
Straight putts like right over here was like a 2.5.
Yeah, I like that. 15 feet.
15 feet.
10 feet on a 2% is 9 inches.
On a sim 10.
Yes.
And then from 20 feet is 22 inches.
Yeah, it's going to be about 17 inches, 18 inches up the
Okay.
straight putt, and then a little less, so about 15 inches up. So it's going to be 4
I think that's worth
inches.
sharing. Like essentially,
4
like
inches.
all we're trying to do here is find straight and what the slope is, especially if it's just a planar putt, which means
Like
like
this.
one constant break. When it gets a few breaks, then it gets weird. And I just let this guy do his thing and flutter his eyes, and
You know the Zach Galifianakis when all the math is going on? That's it.
then I kind of just like, okay, it seems like it's sort of in the right area.
Ballpark.
Feel like it's got to be a bit more, but
Really? Oh, yeah, yeah.
because remember, we're at 16,
15.
17
Yeah,
inches
yeah,
from
it's
the
like
straight
6,
putt.
7, yeah. It's 6, 7 inches out.
6 or 7. This is gonna be the longest episode. Bro. Oh my gosh.
Thought I made that.
DeChambeau was almost the difference there.
Yeah, until I wasn't.
Yeah, that was my
It's like
bad.
a good cat. Like
I think I pulled it just a little bit.
it didn't look like you pulled it, to be honest. But
Okay.
now I got to build you up with Chase here.
Yeah, I know. It's that balancing act of Chase breaking me down and you're building me up. How's my driving? You know those
Great.
guys that have stickers on the back? How's my driving?
You would get a lot of bad reviews.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Isn't that ironic that you're one of
Isn't
the
it
best
ironic?
drivers of the golf? You know what? Hot take. Best driver of the golf ball in the world right here. Might be the worst driver of cars.
I've never gotten a ticket.
That's still not totally indicative of your poor performance behind the wheel.
I follow the law. Number 2. What is this hole? Par 5. 582. Holy crap. Time to bomb it out there.
I want to see some eagles today.
Yep, me too.
It's actually been a minute since I've seen an eagle.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles, they're out there. You just got to fly right into it. I'd just hit the ball.
That'll work.
Oh, it didn't get it. Should be fine.
Yeah.
2 for 2 rough.
Really? It's in the rough again?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I thought that was drawn back. I can't see it. Oh, the wind's off the left. I forgot about that because it's downwind in the last hole.
If only you had your caddy here.
Dude, where are you?
If only we had a caddy, then I wouldn't have made that mistake.
Well, I mean, that's where I wanted to hit it, so. All right, well, hit it too far again. I need to know the golf course, but I got to prepare better for these things. That's why I got a caddy. Jibo, where are you? It's your fault. Why is he laughing? He's supposed to be helping me. This doesn't make any sense. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, Doyle rules. These houses are nice, actually.
Yeah.
Quite fun. Do you live in a golf community?
No, I wish though.
Where do you live exactly? What's your
I
PO
live-
box?
My address is 130. Is it 580? Because we had 220.
Yeah, 220. I don't know what the heck that's about, but 220. I guess I hit it really far. Hold up. How far did I hit it? 340 again.
Sheesh.
So 240, yeah. Makes sense. Front
It's like
flag, probably.
Kind of crisp and cool.
How far is it?
223.
223. I think it's a little downwind. How much downwind do you think?
I mean, with your draw, a little crosswind, I don't think that much. Maybe a few yards of help.
When the rough is like this short, does it even affect you?
Yeah, it does. It actually makes it jump a little bit.
You got 7?
What do you think? Think it might be 8?
No, I like 7.
Even though this might jump, you think? Or you want me to keep it on the ground a little bit?
I feel like there's a lot of cross, and with your draw, when it's like 8 o'clock, it doesn't help it that much.
Okay, just like a full 7. I'm gonna hit a full 7 iron and see what it does.
Looks right. Looks.
That should run up there though.
Yeah. What was it on
6,200, 205. So that should run up there though, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking.
there? I mean, it should be right next to the hole and easy eagle.
Positivity. I like it. Come on, be up there. Be up there. It's always that. Is it gonna be the right club? No, it's not. Just on the front edge. Shoot!
Good thing you didn't hit the 8. Ooh, this
It's
is a
right
tough
on a
putt.
crown. What the crappity?
This is Quail Hollow special. Remember the PGA last year?
Oh my gosh. Every hole was a
Dude,
freaking
That
crown.
was crazy.
That was insanity, actually.
Crazy, man.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
Crazy.
That's one of the greatest movie lines ever. Will Ferrell.
You just dirted yourself in the neck, or what do you say?
The last 10 feet's down a hill. So 35 feet up the hill. So it's gonna play 38, 39, almost 40 feet.
Last
And
10 feet are going to play halfway.
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 feet up there, 6 feet.
So 35 and 6, 41.
Yep.
Makes sense. So it's a 45 footer playing 41 feet. That's mostly just because the last 10 feet are a little dicey. Go.
That's not good.
They just needed 2 more feet. Would have
Yep.
got there.
Brutal. Gotta knock this one in.
This is sketchy.
I see like a right center, right edge putt.
Yeah.
6 feet.
Right center's perfect.
All right.
Nice.
Nice birdie there. Good roll.
That's nice.
Way to go. Not the easiest first putt, but we made
Jeez.
that second putt.
Yeah.
A 3-putt there would have just sent me home.
Jason, you're not even going to speak up. Shut up. I want to give a quick shout out to this year's course record sponsor, Kalshi.
Kalshi is a regulated prediction market where you can trade on real-world outcomes, things like sports, news, and culture. It's available in all 50 states. And for Season 2, Kalshi is running a season-long market built around how many records I can actually break. Every time we drop a new episode, the market updates. If I go low, the odds move. I have a blow-up round, they swing right back. Do you think it's going to be a big year for course record, or am I going to fall short time and time again? The market is now live on Kalshi, so let's make this year a good one and see just how many course records we can actually break. Get a $10 bonus if you sign up now with the link in the description.
What do you think it's going to be out of 6 for this year? I would love to say 2, but I just can't. I'm probably 1.
I think 2. I think 2 is 2 to 3. I think I could do 2 to 3. If I'm playing really well, which I think I will be this year, 2 to 3 is very feasible. It's very feasible.
It's also going to be cool to see how much like today skews the market. If you
Yeah.
if you guys get off to a hot start,
Yeah, that could change all the predictions.
yeah.
Okay,
A little more help on this angle.
you think a full 9-iron or you want 8-iron?
What's your full 9-iron in these
180,
conditions?
180, probably 183.
Just hit it good. If you don't hit it good, then that's on you.
Yeah, I know, but
There's definitely, I mean, you just hit those last drives like 340. You can't get a
Alright,
9-iron there, then
I'll smoke it.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
Nice. Stay there.
89.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we
That's
come out?
nice.
That was 38 ball speed. That was fast.
Yeah. That's nice. This gets good.
Anytime we can hit the green on a par 3, it's
Okay, is it time for a bucked up yet?
I'm already 1 bucked up in. I don't have a lot of struggles in life, but one of them is caffeine intake. Did you just go squirrel mode on me right now? Try to have a conversation with this guy.
What'd you say?
Oh, we got a birdie putt.
We gotta. Those little shots at me eat at my ego, okay, and emotion, which is good at times.
Yeah.
But do you think he could be just a little nicer, guys?
Not this year.
Okay.
Maybe next year.
The fact you're still using the battery.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
is there not
I'm
a-
gonna use it the whole round.
Okay.
Why not?
You don't have a battery or like power sponsor, do you?
No.
If we break it today, there's no going back. Every course record's gonna
Oh
have to be a
my
battery.
gosh. Sponsored by Duracell.
First round of Augusta just throws a battery down. It just gets blown with the wind off the
Would he
green.
be able to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could mark it with anything. Like Happy Gilmore, the cracker thing. Like
That's real.
Totally legal.
Yeah. All right, Jibo, what do you think here, partner? This looks pretty straight.
I mean, initially I thought it could go a hair left. It's got to go a little left. This is legit one of those that kind of looks like it does both from either side, and usually you like to trust the side that from the golf ball. Just a quick green reading tip right there.
Okay, I got right center just in case.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought it was a few inches out, but seeing it from the other side, I would agree.
19 feet, up a 1, 1 up 2.
1.
Yeah, so 21 feet, 21 feet. No!
Yeah. Good try. It was really straight first half and barely went the last second half. All right.
That's frustrating. Just broke a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
It's my bad there. Guys, 1 under through 3. Feeling good. Looking good. Am I looking good?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the white Reebok crew neck is
This
pretty
thing,
slick.
this thing is clean. It's like scuba gear almost. It's really comfortable too. Stretchy.
Watch how long of a drive this is to
Well,
the next tee.
what do they call it? Scoop. It's like,
What do they call it?
what's this material called? Like scoop. It's really soft yet stretchy.
I'm
And
not gonna bail you guys out.
I don't
here.
know
I
if
have no
soft
idea
and
what you're
scuba
talking
gear go
about.
together.
Scuba gear? Are you just going over that bunker?
Yep, exactly right over that bunker. Big draw. Come on.
Big old.
Big old draw.
Wind's off the left. I got it this time.
It's into us.
And off the left. That was nice. That was special.
Hitting it better.
Just plugs in
Finally,
the face
Chase.
of that bunker.
Hitting it better. Yeah, plugs right in the lip. I got something in my eye.
I'm actually enjoying watching you play today.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dude, you are piping it.
I know. Hitting it good.
And it's not warm at all.
No, it's not.
You have been speed training, haven't you?
Oh, but it's
350.
yeah, but it's firm. It's firm ground.
Still though.
All right, Jibo, how far is it? What do you got?
What did he get over there?
How did that happen? He was just here. I guess I got to get it myself. Great. I got it. Thanks.
Does this ever happen on tour
All the time.
or on league? You're gonna have a putt to win the Masters this year, and he's gonna be down in Rays Creek.
I have to wait on him sometimes like this. Powered by Duracell.
That was
Good
nice.
shot. That was a really nice shot. I'm proud of myself on that one.
I'm gonna do the sand.
This is when I enjoy my job the most. Good drive, nice little wedge. Just
Yeah.
You and I have a lot of overlap. It's fun for my job as well. All right, little left to
A
right.
little left to righter, right?
Yeah, straight putts over here on a 2, 2.5.
Just like left center?
Yeah, left center, inside left. Nice.
All right. Good birdie there.
That
2
was
under.
nice.
Through 4. Let's go.
this is how he drew it up.
Is it?
So 2 under through 4.
Yeah.
My brain just goes like, well, if you were to birdie every other hole, you shoot 9 under and you tie the course record. How do you stop from like thinking that way? I know you talked about like playing from the red tees as far as going low, but I know a lot of kids, they get off to a hot start, or even, you know, your normal golfers, they're even through 4.
Yeah.
What do you tell yourself when you're in a position like this right now?
You really don't worry about it. I've done it enough now where I know what I'm at, but it doesn't create any emotional, I don't have any
Yeah.
emotional connection
Like you
to
had a
it.
learning curve with going low.
Correct.
And everyone's going to have that message.
And that's where I just kept playing the reds till 58 was like, oh yeah, I went and shot 58
Yeah.
today from the reds. Long story short, then if you go back to the tees and you go 3 or 4 under, you can still psych yourself out because
Yeah.
like, oh, but it's from the back tees.
Yeah.
Right? And so you've got to be like, oh, it's just like I'm playing it from the red tees.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you create an emotional connection to it is one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give someone when they're
That's why
trying
you're so
to break.
adamant about playing up.
Yeah, because I want you to be comfortable and not even worry about it and have no emotional connection to shooting 10, 12, 13, 14 under par.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's just copy and paste that par 4 to this one.
Yeah, how far do we got? Where do we go, Jibo?
You're going right over the left edge of that right bunker.
Can I fly those bunkers in general?
You can fly the short one, but
Yeah. How far is the hole?
it is 450.
Okay.
Come on.
Nice.
Is that better? Pumping it.
It should be fairway. That's way down there. Dude, you just hit that guy.
You just hit that guy. I was right off the toe, a little miss hit, but that's when I'm starting to hit it really good with my
Yeah.
drivers, and that's
You
happening.
like the toe. You'd rather hit the toe than the heel.
I would rather hit the toe every day of the week, all day long.
Yeah.
But my misses are mainly on the heel, so I'm working on hitting them more on the toe this season. Do you want to hear how loud I can whistle?
You want to hear the most annoying? Jeez. I thought you were gonna- Speaking of Dumb and Dumber, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Chase is probably just like, where these
Oh
hands?
no. This is why we work well together, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Oh no, I got a bit of a divot here.
Hold on, Where's the rangefinder? Oh, on that side.
Because I had to get it on the last hole because you were.
Well, I thought you put it back where you found it. Is that
well.
what you're supposed to do?
Well, no, because I was taking over.
Okay.
Here, you do it.
Gotcha. It's 102.
102.
I mean, this shot is the perfect visual. Like, if you can't stick it close from here, then...
Okay, come on. Guy.
To his point, it looks like it kind of crowns towards the hole just short, and there's a little backstop. So, like, you just got to basically swing the club, and it's going to go close. What are you looking at?
It's that simple.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
What do you got, 55?
55, 102, 10 o'clock. Just going to go just over 10 o'clock.
Got to be just over.
Yeah. Because we want to land it about a yard short. Just have it run up just a yard.
Yep.
Go, 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 go.
All right.
89. That's so bad.
Mike got away with it, huh?
I just didn't have hard enough. That was the right launch, though. You see
It was
that launch?
nice.
That was way better.
No, I love when the ball's in the air for like 13 seconds and 120 feet and the wind switches 3 times and you're just like,
What happened to just swing it and it'll go close?
It doesn't always work that way.
Well, that's what Jubo said.
Flag in or
And this time.
Yeah.
Look at that flag.
freaking sidewinder at the end?
Thinking up in here.
Starting it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Right there.
Maybe
yeah. I just see it coming in from like 8 o'clock almost.
Yeah.
Hey, his greens aren't slow.
No, 30 feet down 2 is going to be 70%.
Yeah.
21 feet.
Yep.
Come on.
Come on.
Go!
Oh my gosh, good try. Really good putt.
You're gonna tap that?
Bro, I don't want to hit a freaking little sand grain.
I got tapped that ingrained into my brain after watching the duels back 3 times.
Yeah, or just being with Wes.
I mean, you gotta say some of those were insane.
Left?
Oh
no.
Too much. Oh no. You're for sure tapping that. I mean, that's like a whole new putt. That's a 16-footer that I have.
Go ahead, Wes.
Okay, I'll tap.
What?
What?
Oh!
No.
He's tapping. Can I get the
No!
flag? I got you.
I can't watch.
No, this is ridiculous. Yo! That. I don't understand. Like I guess it's kind of like a new crowd. I just like to tap.
But that's why he's not on tour anymore. Well, didn't give myself the best opportunity there. Almost made the putt though. Almost saved myself with the putter.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that, even though my wedges aren't the best, and they're going to get better this year now.
You know what? I'm sick of you talking about your wedges this way.
I
Do you
know.
remember what I told you when we first started, when I first caddied for you, what I was impressed with the most? Your wedges.
Yeah, I know.
So you have it.
Oh, I know.
It's in there. Yeah, I just remember at Tulsa, it was par 4, it was like a soft greens and you pulled out like a 50 degree from 88 yards. And I
You
was
think
like,
that thing's gonna be okay?
can we just rewind? how
Oh,
you just
sorry.
completed it?
Can't do it. What do you got here?
We got a par 5.
Yes.
Gosh, I need a compass.
Eagle.
I don't know where the wind's coming from.
All right,
Just
so
right of the bunker.
just right of the bunker.
Yep. You can carry the bunker, it's no problem, but you don't want to carry it because that'll be in the rough, so just right of it.
You got it.
Good move.
That should be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it could be still fairway.
Well, that's deep
Should be
sauce down
perfect.
there, dude.
Smashed it.
Smash sauce. I like this feeling. I got a feeling. Ooh. Kevin Hart, from me putting my clubs away, made me do push-ups.
I will not put my clubs in my bag. Your arms will be bleeding by the time we're done today.
50.
I won't make
So-
you do push-ups.
Oh, but you don't put my clubs away, so.
Sometimes, and in tournaments I do. You hand me the club.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
In the golf cart.
229. 1 yard different from 5 yards. 6
far
yards.
is it?
228.
228.
I hate to say it, but what do you think? 6, 7 iron?
6, 7.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I have a 6 and an 8-year-old
It's
at
a
home.
new
okay?
year, guys.
And it's a new me.
It's a new us.
Okay, 205, 228.
205, 220. It's just got to be 7 iron. There's no,
What?
228? 7 iron? Downwind?
Is
You
it
think
downwind?
6 iron?
There's no help.
Yeah, I know you're right, but I was just thinking just getting it over the bunker, which that'd be 10 yards. I would have 40 footer, wouldn't I? Yeah.
I feel like you'd
Just
have
a
to hit a really hard 7 iron just to cover the bunker.
Okay. 228.
Watch this.
Go. Well, that was weird. At 1.6, there was a lot of wind off the left there.
Yeah.
But I think that's good distance.
So that's one of those where he would
would've hit a 7
He
iron.
would have hit the 7. It would have gone short, and then he would have go, well, if I had my caddy, I would have done that. So,
but
you
now,
know, it's
now
true.
we got to cash in.
That's
you know,
true.
like, doesn't matter if I make the right choice if we don't make this putt.
Your claims have been validated.
Okay.
Wow, that went nowhere, dude. That 6 iron didn't go anywhere. Gosh darn it.
You would have hit a 7 iron here if I wasn't here.
I know.
You would have had a tough up and down. Now we're going to walk off with a 3.
Yeah, we're gonna make eagle.
Yeah.
This is the caddy difference right here.
Now I just give you a terrible read. Would it kind of be like strokes gained 0 as a caddy?
Average. Ah, fudge, I poked myself. Look. I just give myself a bleed.
Just gave myself a bleed.
Oh, man. This is,
45 feet.
I hate to say it, I have a great feeling about this. 40 how many?
45,
Okay.
goes left, down, then back up.
Yep.
It's down 1%, I think.
Yeah, overall it's down.
Yeah,
for sure.
so it's gonna be 40, about a 40, 43 footer, 42 footer.
Yeah, 42 just like dying pace.
Yeah, 42, 41.
Yeah, I mean the second half doesn't have much at all, but that first half's gonna go a foot or two.
Do it. Do it.
Be the one!
Yes! Let's go, baby.
Very excited.
Let's go. Good putt.
You know what? I'll never make fun of you for saying you need your caddy again.
Hey, what did,
That was a DeChambeau eagle.
That
what did I
was
say?
100% a
What did I say
eagle.
before we hit that putt? I hate to say it, I have a great feeling about this.
There's just weird times in the moment, like where we just feel like this something cool could happen here.
There's times where I'll like feel like it's gonna go in, and then you come up, you're like, I felt so bad over that shot. And then there's times where you're like, I knew that was gonna go in, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I thought there was no chance. So,
Yeah.
dude, that was
That was an
center
eagle. That's
cup.
what I've been waiting for. An eagle like
Finally,
that.
it's taking forever to do something like that on my channel.
A dynamite
Jeez.
eagle.
You know what I've learned through caddying for you? The eagles are twice as good as the birdies.
Not one shot.
Well, they're one shot better, but they're twice as good. Does that make sense?
No.
Because think about it. On the eagle, you go 2 under on one hole. On a birdie, you go 1 under on one hole.
Yeah.
So
So it's
they're-
twice as good from a number.
From a score perspective.
No. From a
Number would
under
be-
par perspective.
Which is your score?
This
mean-
has got to be a driver, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
What do we got, 400 through 6?
400 through 6 here.
That's pace.
That's huge. This is a long hole. Good hole.
It is
Water left.
Long?
That's long. 375 to the end.
Oh.
What is it to like some of those trees out there? Can you bush know that?
Yeah, I mean,
What's
you
those
go
trees?
just right at those trees, just right of that path. The first ones are about 320.
Okay. So I got to keep it to the left a little bit.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this could be something other than a driver. You know me. I'm all about the driver.
You like 3-wood then?
I mean,
This is the 3-wood.
so here now you just got more room down the right side. So
Yeah.
anything like left of that little brown knob, yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
all the way over to the edge of the green. I mean,
Should be good.
Should be. Bounce left.
Oh, bounce right.
Oh.
It should be fine though. That was 1.2 spin axis left. This is what I wanted. And I didn't overdraw it, which is great.
Okay.
So that right, so starting it right and then having it still draw is like good for me. Like that's the miss I want to have.
Yeah, I just feel like there it's like, yeah, driver's gonna get you 20, 30 yards closer, but like the fact with a 3-wood, I feel like you can 9 out of 10 times you're gonna be in a really good spot.
Yeah.
Driver, you could. I never like suggesting a driver to you when I feel like you can make a good swing and still end up like in a bad spot.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But now I'm in a spot.
Jeez,
Crap.
dude, it was like a 5-wood.
It was like a 5 iron. It's like an iron, dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh, though, over the river.
I mean, were you out there when you hit that shot with big wedge through the tree?
No.
No?
Oh, in Spain. Yeah. Yeah.
No way. Oh my fucking god, you're kidding me.
You're joking.
No. Oh my god.
No.
Nah, fair play,
Oh my
mate.
god.
What sort of game is this?
Back to it then.
This is diabolical. 39 from here, so 37. This is jail. You go low, but obviously you got to carry, and then like you carry it onto the green, it feels like it's just going way over.
Well, it's gonna. I mean, if that fourth tree wasn't there,
Yeah.
I'd be able to hit a shot.
High draw,
That's what I'm thinking.
just through the wispy stuff.
Yeah, 140.
I mean, I feel like, yeah. I mean, in this scenario or this series, you kind of just have to go for it, right?
Yeah,
You would never
have
consider
to.
punching out from here.
I mean, has it crossed your mind to punch out, or? Because this is like, you don't pull it off and we make bogey or double, then, I mean, you're going to make a par or bogey going left. You just got up and down from 40 yards a couple holes ago, made it look pretty easy. You could punch it up there to the left, chip it up, and
How far is it?
to the run out, like on the left.
No, just how far is it to the hole?
The hole is 136. Oh, you're punching it up that way. Punch it out left.
No, I'm going for the green.
Oh, okay. We're not on the same page there. But do you try to get it in that bunker if anything?
Yeah, I know.
Freaking free drop.
And he did it.
Go. No.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I just missed every single branch.
What a shot, though, dude. That was
I was
incredible.
actually nervous on that.
That was a good shot.
That was,
Nerve-wracking, huh?
dude. Even when it was up there, I'm like, I don't know if this just rolls back in the water.
I know. I didn't know if it was going to get there either when I hit it. All right, chip this in. All world reversal.
Yeah.
With the trees and the water and the branches, I mean, like there was literally only one place to hit it.
The fact, like, this like in the summer or spring, this rolls back in the water. My thing was like, okay, you fly it up onto the green, it's coming in so low and hot that it's just gonna skip over, and like, we don't know what's over the green, and usually going long on a green is not good.
All right, let's focus up here.
Just a hint to left to right at the very end.
Yeah. Down. Ah. All
Try.
right. Well, that's a good par.
It's huge par.
That's a big par there, partner.
Could have been.
This is their hardest hole, apparently.
not too bad. Makes sense. Yeah, that was
Should have just hit an iron off the tee, dang it.
yeah.
Gosh.
Well, good thing we didn't go with driver.
I mean,
Well, driver actually might have been a better play, considering I could have.
There he goes.
I would have been. Well, hold up, because it would have been through the trees. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's finish this up.
he's pissed. No, he's pissed.
Now I'm pissed.
No, I understand. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know, I'm kidding. Both pissed at each other.
It's a silent car ride coming up.
All right,
4 under through 7. Good par.
what do we got here?
It's a 240-yard par 3.
Oh God,
I actually like these ones better.
really?
It's like to break 50. Serious, you know?
Yeah, if it was a par 4.
How far is it over the bunker?
To cover like the first little piece of it's 222. Just hit a 5-iron right at it. It'll cover the bunker, and if you hit it right of it,
I
you
did
hit
it high up in the air.
Yeah, that is the thing, especially with kind of the way that your irons have been flighted today.
Okay. 200 and half far? 240?
It's 240 to the hole.
Yeah,
220.
it's 5 iron.
Yeah.
Hook, 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 hook.
It's drawn. Just needs a yard.
No,
Oh,
it's 233 as well. Son of a gun, just didn't draw it in there.
It's almost perfect.
it was a good swing.
That was close.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes the rangefinder. Dude, you're what's funny is this is not abnormal.
Not at all. I dropped the rangefinder quite a bit.
Yeah, you have great hands, like chipping and putting, and then I like throw you a tee and you just like slap it up in the air.
It's
12 feet. It's
the
bad.
worst butterfingers ever. Part of that's like I can do calligraphy and I can do cursive writing really well,
Yeah.
but I can't grip the paper. It's really weird. I should have just threw it up to the left, Jibo.
Huh?
I should have just threw it up to the left.
Yeah.
Look at this, man. Yeah, that was close actually. To
Yeah,
getting
just
out.
what, 1
Landed
yard,
right
right?
up there. Okay.
It's kind of Greenbrier number 8 vibes,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my, firm.
So you what, just gonna get a little steeper on it now?
Yeah, just a little. You know, when it's
Firm?
more firm, you try to put the heel more into the ground, kind of like almost hit down on it more, rather than trying to be so neutral and with the level of the surface. But see if I can get this in the hole. Sit. Wow, look at that ball run.
Sheesh.
I did not expect that to run out there like that.
Good shot.
All right, got to make that for par. You know, it's funny, like I'm raking.
I mean, let's just be true. Let's just be true to the series. Normally you rake the bunkers, right?
Yeah, but
we don't want to throw things off too much, okay?
Well, how am I doing in the series is more important. Is a more important question. Not very good, so I need your help, Jibo.
Let me just get to reading the putt.
Okay, go ahead.
Remember, I'm always there when you need me.
I'll always be there for you when you need me, besides when I won't.
Besides every time that I don't.
This is just, let me, see this guy?
Did you watch the Kevin Hart episode?
Yeah.
What did you think of his caddying skills?
Questionable.
Did you think his rating was good at the end?
Yeah, I mean, he was a little on the, usually as a caddy, you sort of just try to like lay in the cut and not bring attention to yourself.
Oh no, he brought attention to himself.
He was quite the opposite.
It's my first putt of the day.
Hold on for a second. Oh. Hey! Shut that up! We're putting! What the man?
But I still enjoyed, I don't know, he did a good job. Called Bryson out on a few things he needed to be called out on. And
okay.
Nice.
That was a great par there. Huge.
Dude, I get the juice. Like that was.
You feel it. That's the truth, though. That's why I do this, though.
I was just like, I'll be devastated if this doesn't go in.
It's not like, oh, we're just playing a fun round. No, I'm trying to break a course record here.
Yeah.
Right? And so every single shot matters just that much.
Yeah. Relatively close feeling to like a tour, like an event.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a tour event all the time.
I mean, you just keep it right at the bunk.
490-yard par 4.
A little wind off the right. See the flag on the green?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I see it.
See it?
Yeah, I see that thing pumping right to left.
Nice. That was perfect. Yeah. You guys, he's found it.
I'm telling you.
That's
feeling good. Looking good.
Feeling good. Looking good. 141. Dude, this is kind of a funky downhill, ball above the feet, right flag, wind off the right. This is
not easy.
This is something.
I'm going to go a little bit of a cut here.
Okay.
141, 1030, 45 degree.
So what, your 45 right now is what, 150?
45, well no, it's like 155 usually. 1030 is 140. Yeah, it's just going to be a 1030 cut here.
It looks like you can kind of get aggressive at the line too,
That's what I'm
especially in
saying.
this format.
Yeah.
Nice. Hang your head.
42.
Really nice.
Yeah, it
Good
should be
shot.
really good there. Thank you. Nice. I'll take that shot any day of the week there. That was a good one, Chase. A little bit of a butter cut in there. A little soft sauce in there.
It was nice.
A little banana slice.
We need Jibo at every course record.
Dude, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're, what is it, 4 under?
I've got to make this putt here. You will not make this putt.
Oh my God, you hit it close.
I finally hit one close, Chase.
These are the type of putts we don't see a lot.
Really? For wedges? Yeah, thanks. Jeez. But you see how he's actually helped me with my mental game too. Like I just don't give a rip what people say or think.
I mean, it's definitely the better approach than like trying to pretend.
Oh yeah.
Like
pretend
you know
you're
what?
something
No,
you're
I'm
not.
not letting that. I think you're a good wedge player. Like I was on the cart. I was saying one of the first things I noticed is that like he could go hit at 340, but then take a gap wedge from 80 yards and like hit a nice little soft dead-handed wedge in there.
9-footer here, Jibo.
Torn, huh?
9-footer, straight putts up over here. 3%.
Yeah.
Down a 2.5, 3.
Yeah, I don't mean it's a little into the wind, so maybe 2.5, huh? And it's not straight downhill, so.
No.
Yes. That was huge.
Big. That was huge.
That was just an impressive hole.
Good.
Nice. 9
30
holes.
there. I pulled a little bit, but it went in the hole, so I'll take that.
Can you let me put the flag in? Thank you. Oh my gosh, right in front of the clubhouse? Can't bring this guy anywhere.
I'm sorry. Karma slapped me. Yep.
That was
Thank
good.
you. That's 5 under through 9.
Are you
on
ready?
Pace.
You
Let's
know what
go.
they say. The course record series doesn't start till the
Back
front 9.
Oh, this is
We're playing the back.
This is the front 9
first.
Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. You're right. Don't judge me.
A short par 5 to start
This is
the back.
cool. Actually,
Dude.
340. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna try and. What are we thinking?
I mean, low key, kind of just hit at the bunker.
What's it over the bunker?
355.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I don't
Left
know
of
if you
it.
can carry it, but it's like
I go left of that.
You can, yeah, you can. It's 370 to the first few trees on the left, and it's like it dogleg right, so it should be an open shot from there.
I think that's the play.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, just like that.
There's a little wind off the left.
That should be fine.
That's great. Let's still turn in a little bit.
Perfect.
That's huge.
Oh, big bounce.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully it runs out 60, 70 yards.
60, 70.
Yeah, 60, 70 yards.
Don't stop.
He's gonna cut all of that.
I know.
Keep one in for the sake of my son.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
Oh, it's on the scorecard.
That's fine.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mine's
Get 'em.
empty. Do you hear mine?
Yeah, to getting bucked up on the front nine. I mean, back nine.
Yep. There you go.
Back nine, but the golf course is front nine.
Quick learner.
And they don't make you like jittery. To the
That is nice.
It's
The
really
fact
nice.
You can kind of sip on one or two of them throughout the day. Just have a little
That's right.
IV drip.
Yep.
Some of those have like, I mean, there's a time and a place for the cans with like 300.
Yeah, but that's when you're looking to get real bucked up. Not today. We're trying to flow it in on the back nine and shoot a nice little 6-7 under on the back nine. Yeah. I gotta stop that. I'm doing too much with that 6-7.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, that was 390. Holy.
Oh, yes.
What an incredible shot. Here we go. 4.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Woo! Ride that horsey. How's
Oh,
that?
good. You got your bucked up. It's good.
I told you, then I hit a 390 drive. It's 385. Look at that. I hit 385 yards.
Wow.
Now it's time to make eagle.
112.
112, downwind.
Yeah.
I'd say it's almost 10 yards of help.
A little upslope. So,
Yeah,
okay,
'cause it's
you
gonna
have
fly-
a 55?
55.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's going to have some hang time. Yeah. Let's go 8 to
10 yards. I like 10.
I kind of want to fly it there, though, because there's a backstop.
I know. So, okay, 8 yards.
If
So
you play
that's
10
fine.
yards.
So
and you hit-
104?
Yeah.
So I'm going to 104 shot.
Yeah.
104. Just over 10 o'clock. Wait, sit down. Oh no, that's terrible. Sit. Oh my gosh, I drew the crap out of that. I should have threw it to the right. I can still make that though. It was a good drive. Horrible wedge shot.
Call your wedge the eraser.
I'll still make that. That's good distance though. All right, come on, baby. Baby, come back. You don't look a thing like me.
This is close to just like taking a little bank and going down into
and being a
some-
nasty little shot. But that wedge shot was horrendous.
It wasn't good. Okay.
I mean, you gotta at least see where I'm coming from.
I'm starting. There's just flashes of this like incredible wedge play to where I'm like, it's in there. It's just
21 feet.
21 feet.
21. I think it's on the right edge of that pitch mark, right center. Starting line is like right center of this.
Looks great to me.
21 on a 1.5. Right, so that's gonna be 8 inches, 9 inches. Yep,
Yeah.
got it. Break.
Oh my gosh. Great try. Dude.
Son of a gun. See, this is another one of those scenarios where there's a lot of dirt on that
Don't
side.
you dare mark it.
Just look, there's sand right there.
Don't you?
I've literally had that sand go pop it and make it go nowhere.
Don't you dare put that battery down. Put
I mean,
that
that-
If it wasn't,
That's
if it,
8 inches.
if it wasn't wet, I'd be totally fine with it. It needs to be dry for me to do that stuff. Look,
You're genuinely
Chase-
frustrated with it.
yeah, Chase does not understand that I've seen players miss putts from that distance because of a freaking sand mark or sand.
I didn't fly all this
granule.
way for you to miss it.
No,
7
this is a
incher.
course record. I can't miss that.
Yeah.
Like if I'm even par, whatever, I'll just knock it in. But if I have to make it, I will mark that. Okay, I will mark it and make sure the
Can't
ball.
tell if you're serious or not.
No, I'm serious. The ball is clean. I need to make sure. How you doing? All right.
I like the look of this one.
It's cool. It's 390 though. I don't know if I can get there. I'll run it up there as far as I can. Driver. Oh, hold it. How far is it to the flag? Because I don't think it's 390. Take the Bushnell. That says 324 right there.
Well, it's 390 with the dog leg.
Okay.
If you might be able to fly it there.
I mean, it's 370 to the hole.
Okay.
You see how dramatic he just made nothing? That's why he uses so much energy throughout weeks. There was literally nothing changed there, and he just like tweaked out.
Oh no. Hook, 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 hook. No, wind is going left to right. That's fine.
I still bounce left. I think you're fine.
The wind's going left to right, dude.
Dude, this is
firm though.
It's brutal.
This is actually firm. I can do this. How far is it?
It's 67 yards.
What's the green like up there?
Looks flat.
It's into the wind. It's 67, right?
It's 66 up 1, 67.
Yeah, it's playing 67, Chase.
This came out weird.
Short?
Short.
Yeah.
Should have hit it just a fraction harder, and that would have been money.
Money. I just can't get over
30 feet.
the battery. Like,
Gosh darn it.
like after the first hole, it's just normal to him. Like he just puts down a battery and doesn't think anything of it.
Going left to right, straight putts right where almost you're at.
Yeah, for sure. Left to right. What is this? This is like a, not quite a 3.
No, it's a 2.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 33 inches up, but down. It's going to be almost 30 inches up the straight putt.
Yeah, because 20 feet. I don't have 30 in the back of my mind, but I remember 20 feet's like 22 inches on it.
Yeah, it's going to be about 30
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah.
Since we're going uphill.
Yeah.
How'd I do?
Pulled it.
Is that a read or a pull?
Pull and a read.
Double whammy.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Par. Not the best par on this hole.
6 under through
Through 11.
11.
6 under through 11. We got to get going.
Clean card.
Clean card.
7 holes.
Yep.
And par 5 to finish, right?
Yes.
Gosh.
But we got to get there. I want 10, 11 under. I'm not even going to think about 9 under. Not even thinking about that. It's all about getting to 11 under. So we got 5 more birdies to go. How's your golf game?
Well, I told you I'm a +1, and you seemed to laugh at me last time. Dude, I can play. What are you talking about? I'm a legit +1.
Okay. we'll just say that.
Shut up, dude.
You guys think he's a +1?
See a lot. It should just be off the right.
85? Yeah, it should be almost down. Yeah, it's going to be a little down. It's going in line with those telephone wires.
Oh, really?
Yeah, electrical lines.
Okay. So down off the right, 185. I mean, you can't hit that full. It's got to be less than full.
Yeah, it's going to be
that-
7 downwind.
I'd
So
go 8 or
78,
9. Yeah.
78,
So so your 9 right now is
185.
185. 170 is 1030. We got 185. Yeah, 1030 or just over.
Just
maybe.
over 1030 pretty much. I landed
Yeah.
2 short, 76 shot.
Yeah.
Stop, 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 stop. 80, sit down. Okay.
Oh wow.
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, it didn't fly as far as I thought.
No. That's short.
I think it. That's
Interesting.
weird.
That is weird. I thought the wind was helping a lot more than that.
Me too. I thought it was more than you thought.
That was the right shot.
You know what?
My swing's getting way better. I feel so much more free
Yeah.
in this stuff. I don't feel like I'm
Interesting.
leaving it out.
You gotta like kind of go balls to the wall, but
all the
like
time.
you also don't want to. Like long looks really bad here,
Oh yeah.
and if
Well-
you just make a bogey, like it's over.
Yeah.
But you also can't play conservative.
Yeah, no, it's a weird dichotomy of trying to
It's
do
like
really
in a
good.
glass case of emotion.
Shattering everywhere. 18 feet. It's now or never. Left to right, up on 2.5%, 3%.
Yeah, 2.5, 3. I'm right there.
I got this at the left edge of that old cup. This is
It's
a
just-
brutal putt.
There's so much break at the end.
I think this is good, dude.
Okay. Oh my
Boom!
gosh, yes.
Let's
Oh
go,
my
baby.
gosh.
Let's go.
That is such a hard putt.
People have no idea how tough that was. Let's go.
Difference.
The difference is you.
You know what? I'm gonna come clean. I did not think you were gonna make that putt. We were playing, how many feet of break were you playing there? 2, 3
It was
feet?
3.5.
3.5, yeah. What are we talking about?
That's a lot.
And if you didn't marry the line with
The
speed
speed,
perfectly,
it wasn't going in. And it went dead in the center. Pretty straightforward, huh?
what you see is
what you get.
what you get. I mean, just kind of bomb it out there at the flag. This rough isn't that penal, so.
Yeah, so a little left's okay.
Yeah, a little left of the middle of the fairway, I guess, what I'm saying, especially with the wind off the left.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
We're in the fairway,
shot.
right, literally right at the flag.
That's perfect.
Get the tracer on that thing. That thing was right at the flag.
Yeah, it was a rope.
This guy's good, folks.
It's 1.1 degrees open though, which is really interesting. The face is open. That's crazy. That was a good drive. Good start. I was a little nervous there because I'm trying a new swing out. Water right. Got to keep it down the left-hand side. I executed. That's what I want to see.
There is water there.
You did it right at the bunkers. You're in the water. Is how firm the greens are? Or
I
fairways
actually
are?
didn't even notice that.
I did. What are you doing, Caddie?
There's times where you see everything. There's times where you're.
I am oblivious to it all. I'm
You're
literally
the most aware, unaware, self-aware.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Unaware, awareness, unaware person you've ever met.
Yeah.
Boom! Pop that thing out here. 340 into the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, 340 into the wind. 338. It's time to hit one close. 70 yards.
That would be nice.
You're telling me. Into the wind playing 75. 10 o'clock is 95, so 80 yards.
Then 80.
And then, so 930 is 80. So I'm gonna go just under 930. And you wanna land this 2 yards past.
Yeah, I like it.
So
I think you'd be
72.
aggressive with the landing number.
Wind into us, 4.5. 76, just under 930. $73, you good. Go left. Oh no.
Dude, what? Good thing you didn't hit the 60.
Gosh darn it. Guys, I'm so close to being a good wedger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still don't understand how you can put that much spin on a chip 55.
I don't get it either.
What was it, number 6 at the Ryder Cup? You were taking like a 50 degree
yeah.
from 80 yards because you're like, it always rips. And it's just
and
still
it spun
spin.
back 20
Like
feet.
I get when you hit a full shot
freak?
and it rips.
It's not that bad.
Still
just
though,
not
we're
great.
not, we can't settle for not that
No,
bad.
no. If we want to win every tournament we enter,
Yeah.
there's no settling.
Because I got to pee again.
You got to pee again?
Yeah.
He gets over there quick.
You see how it's impossible to play golf with him.
Are you actually waiting for me?
Yeah, because we want to read this. I got to make this, dude. Let's get to 8 under.
Just got to look where the battery is.
Yep.
Dude, I'm kind of nervous.
12 feet, 2.5. It's going to be 15 inches up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. 5 inches out, 6 inches out.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
Playing up at 2.5, so 17.5, 18 feet.
18 feet. Yep.
Go!
Oh my gosh. Great try. You had a good putt, right?
Great putt.
Golly. Now you're just doing that to spite him.
Oh, I wanted that putt so bad. Son of a gun. That's, what are we, 6 under? No, 7 under.
So 5
14
holes left.
5 holes left. I've got to go 3 under. I'm going to go 4 under though. Okay, off the left a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and off the left. You're just kind of going over this bunker, if anything, the right side, yeah?
I'm going to move over so I don't slip on this mud. Okay. Over the right edge of that bunker?
Mm-hmm. A little off our left, a little in off our left. I mean, that'll work. Dude, the tracer will have that right over the edge of the bunker.
133 club head speed.
You should do the long drive or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't win.
There's probably this guy out there that's like 6'8" and redheaded and swings really fast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's like a Viking or something.
Yeah.
Another perfect drive.
Okay.
Great drive.
Now we just got to see if the eraser comes out.
Dude, if you came up with that on the spot, that was incredible. On the 72nd hole, he just hit pipes of drive down there and just has a wedge in his hands at Augusta, and I'm just like, time for the eraser.
How far you got?
63.
63, 55 again, or?
I have a 60, but I'm down with, is it one where you kind of want to just like dead
Yeah.
hand run it up?
Yeah.
Go 55 now.
All right, so I need to hit this 64, land it One short. 63.
Yeah.
Sit. Oh my gosh. Just
How steep is that
3
slope
yards
line
too
hole?
far. Ah, gosh. Felt like that was good too.
Really,
I was trying to go after that one.
Eraser in full effect. Now this is crazy. This putt's harder than the one 2 holes ago. Even though it's like 20 feet. It's gonna go right to left up the hill and then straighten out and go back to the right at the end.
15 feet
Yeah.
and 6 more feet here. The 6-footer is going to be 2.5 feet.
Okay.
So 15 feet up a 3.
Yeah.
So 18. And then 21. It's going to be 21 feet. It's going to be literally neutral.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I got this thing 5 inches out.
Yeah, 5 inches out on the right. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Dude. That goes 12 feet by at least.
Oh, at least. I cannot believe it was that fast.
Dude.
Holy crap.
Stay back.
We're gonna win some majors this year.
I'm walking away from that. That's so lucky.
Yeah, after today. Well, I don't know, because after today you might just need to retire. Dude, you would have had 15 feet coming back.
I know. Woo! I'll take that any day of the week. Huge for the program. All right, what do we got here?
Jeez, this doesn't look that easy.
No, but it is downwind and off the right, I think.
And this is the final hurdle.
Is it down?
Yes, it is. It should be.
I think it should be in, no?
Maybe in?
Yeah,
Oh, it might
it's
be in
in.
just a little bit. It's just off the right, maybe a fraction in.
We just gotta take the corner like Usain Bolt and just run right past it.
That's right. What?
210.
What a good hole. 7-iron?
Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
yeah, 6 doesn't look right. Draw and kick left.
Oh gosh.
Oh, wow.
There's 211 there, so that's pin high.
Nice shot.
Oh, I didn't draw it.
Still,
It was
though, that
1.8
was
closed.
a
There's
yard.
0.2 left spin axis. There's not that much spin axis tilt. Oh, big draw there. Come on. Getting a little nervous now. Yeah, that should be fine. Look at it.
Look at it. Could you just look at it?
Just look at it. Just enjoy it. So now is the moment where I get the most nervous and I've got to go back to being a kid again and just playing golf like it doesn't even matter. There's no relevance, no meaning. You just go execute the best shots you possibly can with your golf swing.
We've talked about this before. I feel like it could be interesting for people to hear. When you have like that bunker shot at Pinehurst, so let's go with the putt. You had a 4-footer that you very missable, like just with a mediocre to poor putt. I remember you told me that like you just kind of feel like you're in this bubble, right?
Yeah.
And you just literally your thought was back and through.
Execute my stroke like I have on the putting green thousands and thousands of times.
So that's the key. That's kind of like something that stuck out to me. Like I work with a lot of junior golfers back home, and one thing I kind of tell them, I'm like, the reason why Bryson was able to get over that putt and feel comfortable in it is because of the work that he put in. Like you said, it's not because like, oh, I'm able to envision this safety bubble. You had this comfort because of how many times you've done it before. That's how you prepare. You show up for a test that you don't prepare for, you're going to be nervous about it.
That's right.
You show up for a test that you're like, I know the study guide back and forth. You're like kind of excited. Same thing with golf, right?
That's exactly the same thing. 41 feet.
I haven't looked at it from there.
It's a little down. It's down an average of 1%.
Yeah.
So it's going to play like 36 feet. I like 36 feet. 35 feet. It's pretty sloped here. Like I feel like the straight putt is right here to my ball. And then it's here. It's right here. And it's going to break the last 10 feet by 1%. So it's straight. Yeah, that's what it is. It's straight, and then it breaks the last 15 feet, 1%. It's going to be 10 inches out on the right. Do it, do it, do it, do it!
Good putt. Okay.
Good roll.
Yeah, it was really good. Should have played at 36 feet, I guess.
That's right. Dang it. That was a good putt.
It was a great putt.
3 holes left.
We'll
Birdie them all. Birdie them all. Eagle the last as well.
Drivable?
I think this is drivable.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. I hope I don't fall. What you got, Jibo?
335.
335?
Oh yeah, 325 front edge.
325 front edge?
It feels like, I mean, if you get pin high left, it doesn't look ideal.
Pin high right's not great either.
Yeah, there's that little like valley over there. Just hit at the flag, I guess, huh?
Yep, right the flag.
Touch of wind off our left, right?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh my, stay there. There's that a little bit of wind. Get up there. All right.
All right, I think it's fine.
Good shot, good swing.
That was a great swing too. 1.3 spin axis left. I mean, I'm striping it, so.
Yeah.
That was such a good shot. That's difficult to get up in that little slice. When I hit it, I was like, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? And the wind kind of just pushed it back, guys. Yeah, I can chip it in. Sick if I chip this in, right?
Just eagle, white.
Eagle, eagle, eagle.
Eagle, eagle.
Eagle, eagle, eagle.
6 under for the rest of the last 3.
Yeah, shoot 59.
Dude, this is gonna be a tough chip.
Yeah, hopefully it's firm enough. Okay, it's not bad. Oh yeah, it's bad. Shoot.
What about like you just gonna go normal or like?
I think I gotta go normal, dude.
Okay. No little toe down skipper?
No.
I think this one looks interesting.
I just think it's too soft here.
Yeah, I could imagine.
But it slopes down. It's the only concern.
You gotta err on it if it comes out a little hot that it runs to the right of the hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I have to bump and run this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw it as an option.
Couldn't be a more difficult shot, by the way, with this lie. If it was a good lie, I'd just throw it up there.
For sure.
I just think hitting it gets too flat up there. If it was a little more sloped, I could stop this thing. And if I try to bounce it, bump and run it into this first part, it's not going to get up and through it as easy.
What's your gut tell you? Like you said, you're saying it gets a little flat right here.
Well, it gets flat right here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Because if I hit it too hot, it's going to bounce and go past. I wanted this a little more sloped, like this, to do it.
If you don't love the lie, just bump and run it. It's one thing if you have a lie that you can predict, but if you have a lie that you can't predict, like you just trust your senses with the bump and run. If you're comfortable with the lie, then trust yourself there.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the lie.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Stay.
I knew it. Come on, focus up. 18 feet. Up the hill. 4 more feet.
Yeah.
It's up a 1.5%er, 2%er. So yeah, 22 feet.
You got a decent
This is on a 2%.
Yeah.
18 feet. That's going to be 18 inches.
Oh my gosh. Great try.
Sheesh. Oh, I thought I made that too, Jibo.
Me too.
Couple putts like that today. Ah!
All right.
Shoot! I should have bump and runned it. My gosh. Better than that, Bryson.
2 holes.
2 holes.
2 under.
Got to go 2 under. That's all it is.
Or 3 under.
Just a couple. Yeah, 3 under. Why don't we go 3 under? It's nothing crazy, you know? A simple game. Oh, that's just chaps me the wrong way there. That should have been to 9 under, and then we're smooth sailing, going birdie eagle.
Dude.
Now I'm like a little tense now.
Yeah.
All right, 17. What do we got?
17 long, 474-yard hole hit driver, wedge up there close. It's a little downwind. I've got to make birdie eagle. No other questions about it. Come on.
There it is. Great ball.
Thanks.
Oh, Jibo.
Oh, was that the first time I did that?
You just crossed it.
It's okay.
Hey,
He ruined it.
back to 14.
Back, all the way back to, well, no, 10. I got to hit the wedge close now. That was a pump drive.
It was smashed.
It all
Doesn't
comes,
matter.
imagine that. It's all going to come down to a wedge shot.
Nerves are going. What's the most nervous you've ever been? Is there a time that you were just like, I feel like I can't control this?
Yeah, the first PGA Tour event I ever played in, the FedEx St. Jude classic
So first PGA Tour event ever.
Yeah, and it was off the first hole, that little dogleg left.
Yeah.
And I'm a cutter of the ball, and I'm like, great, figures, it would be. I can't tell you what happened.
Just blacked out.
Don't remember it. I have no recollection of what happened. 95.
95 yards.
10 o'clock, downwind. Played 93. I like 93.
Okay.
Downhill slope, 92.
Essentially just 10 o'clock, huh?
Yep, just under 10. Be good. Be good. Be good.
Oh.
How close?
Oh, I thought that was inches.
I thought that was going to go in.
I thought it was gonna go in. Like when I zoomed in and it's compressed, it just looks so short.
Looks right there.
Yeah.
Shoot!
Let's see how good Rob is.
I wanted it to be a tap in.
What if you get up there and it's like
6 feet. It's
9
like 7
feet?
feet. Yeah, like, screw you, Rob. Screw you, Carmen. I know, man. That's so close. I've got to make this putt. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You've got a chance to break the course record right here, right now.
Yeah, not Rob's best estimate, but you know what?
I still got to make it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, do it in spite of Rob.
This is 9 feet.
Just take it personal, okay?
Oh, it's personal.
Straight's over by me.
Right here. I think the straight's right here.
That far left. Let me take a look.
What you got?
Well, a 3.
9 feet, 2.5 is going to be 11 inches up, but it's going to be about close to 9 inches because it's going uphill.
Yeah.
I got right here.
Yeah.
Because it's 9 right here.
Yeah. I like 3.
All right, time to stack up.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that even like 2 feet out, that looked in.
That's disappointing. Well, got to make eagle in the last to beat the course record. I pulled it, dude. I pulled it just a little bit.
Did you really? It looked like it was close to cup out there. I thought maybe it just broke, kind of like we thought. It could have maybe just broke more than we originally saw.
Oh, I thought I made that too.
You just had to make it come down to the last hole.
Always
Dirty
does.
little
Rat. It's okay. Still plenty of time. 1 hole left. Make an eagle, break the course record. What is it?
310 over the left.
Okay, so it'll be fine.
Right's a little shorter, but yeah. A little down off the right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna go forever on this one.
Great ball.
Thanks. Ah! What the crap, Bryson?
Gotta hit it close.
Yeah, I know. It's time to stiff it. Sack up.
It's exciting.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's why I do these videos, because it's legit pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted that on the last hole. Why'd you pull it, you dummy?
Oh,
Well, it's a par 5 that's now playing like.
Yeah, I mean, you
I hit this thing, dude, I hit it 391, 396.
That's
I literally hit that thing 399.
Dude,
No, that's a 400.
go yards.
That's 400.
Yes. Come on. Come on.
Yes! 400, bro.
It's still in line.
It's still in line with the cart. 400 yards.
Oh my God, here we go.
400 yards.
Here, just back up like a. Well, we got Adam. Oh, way too much. 105.
That's a doable shot, dude. It's not like on a crown or anything. It's in a kind of a bowl.
Yes.
It's almost the wind's a little bit off the right, but down just a fraction.
Yeah.
Downwind 5-6,
Yeah, 5 or 6.
just over 10 o'clock. That's all it is, right?
Yeah. Well, you got your 10 o'clock at, 90, low 90s.
Yeah. So 105, playing 5 to 100, so just over 10 o'clock.
Yep.
10:08.
It's a nice aggressive line, too, because even if it
Yeah.
lands right of the hole, it's
It
going
can
to
spin back left.
Yep.
I'm just not there yet. That's where the pressure got to me there. And I just was like, nope, you're not ready.
All right. So,
105, played 100. It's just a 100-yard shot.
yeah.
That's going to be 10, just over 10 o'clock.
I mean, it's almost more just under 10:30, no? If it's.
Yeah. Because it'll be one. It'll be 105.
Doesn't
You're right.
look
That's
like
why.
long. Okay.
That's why. So it's just under 1030.
Yeah.
Take 100. Thirteen footer. It was a 100-yard shot. I hit it. The wind didn't help as much.
No.
Okay, I got to make a putt now.
Not a bad look.
No, but not what I needed. Really disappointed. All right, Jibo. Time to lock
Legends are made.
Yep. I should just hit it harder, bro. What am I doing? Yeah. Huh? 15.
Perfect length putt to make.
Yep.
Literally comes down to a 15-footer on the last hole. It's great.
Right. I should have broke it by a long shot.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, if it's
A yard or two
2
farther,
more yards,
gets
it goes all the way
closer.
there. It literally gets all the way there. What do you think here?
I mean, obviously you got right to left the first half, second half flattening a little bit, but a little downhill, a little right to left. I just feel because it's downhill and you're hitting it a little softer, that first half could go a decent
more.
amount. I mean, I'm not looking out friggin' at this cup. You roll it at this cup, it's gonna miss high, but
Oh yeah.
somewhere
It's
kind of
right. It's like 7 inches out.
Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm being honest here, but I kind of like
15 feet down to 1%.
Yeah. Just want to make sure it's down. Yeah, it's down. First half's down, second half's a little flat. Overall, down to 1%. I like that.
All I'm supposed to do is roll it on that line. Good speed goes in. 13 feet.
Yeah. Good try. Good round.
63. 9 under. All right, Jibo, let's do the round recap. Parred the first, missed a putt there.
Oh my God.
Birdied the par 5, our second hole of the day. All right, birdied the par 5, 15th. Oh no, eagled. I eagled it. Sorry.
Do it. Be the one.
Yes! Great par on 16, great par on 17, and a great birdie on 18 to kind of get us going.
Yes.
And then to shoot 4 under on this back 9, birdieing, the first hole, which is our 10th hole. It was a good drive. Horrible wedge shot. Birdied the third, which is perfect. We're like, okay, this is great.
Oh my
Boom!
gosh. Yes.
Birdied the 5th hole, and that should have been 10 feet past the hole.
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't get up and down on a drivable hole. I knew it. And then don't get up and down with a wedge again on the 9th hole to shoot 9 under, 63. Ties do count towards a course record. Not solo, but it's...
There's one for
whistling.
season 2.
No, already won. All right, well, that's a 63 today, guys. I need Jibo. Where's Jibo? Where'd he go? Where'd Jibo go? Oh my gosh, not again. That's really your signature.
Jibo.
That's pitiful.